Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV. I'm Gargi Rawat, and the big story we're tracking: who will become the Karnataka Chief Minister? Well, currently Rahul Gandhi, K.C. Venugopal are at Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge's residence here in Delhi for a meet to pick the next Karnataka Chief Minister, to hold discussions on that. The Observer's report will be discussed in that meeting. Yesterday, the Observers returned from Bengaluru and submitted their reports to Mr. Kharge. So the decision is expected to be taken today. And remember, the two contenders for that top job are former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah-DK Shivakumar, who is currently on his way to Delhi. He has arrived in Delhi. Both the leaders will also be meeting with Siddaramaiah later today, with Mr. Kharge later today. Let's go across to Shrija now for more. And Shrija, yesterday Mr. DK Shivakumar did not leave for Delhi, citing his stomach problem. But today he's now arrived in Delhi. It does though seem that Siddaramaiah is, heading off that race for the top job in Karnataka.
Well, firstly, of course, Mr. DK Shivakumar, in fact, the all-weather man of the Congress, decided to, in fact, defy as far as the High Command's decision is concerned, where the High Command had expected him to be there in Delhi, but instead he chose to stay put here in the city of Bengaluru. Of course, he cited reasons of ill health and also went on to talk about for various spiritual reasons as well, because just before, in fact, he was supposed to take that flight to Delhi, he went to meet his Guru, and we also hear that based on the Guru's advice, he chose to stay back here in the city. But however, he left this morning to Delhi. He's right now in Delhi, and yes, the crucial decision will be made as to who is going to be the next Chief Minister of Karnataka. There is a tough fight we are looking at with the top power weights of the Congress, that is Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar. But again, just like you pointed out, when you had the High Command expecting him to be in Delhi just about late last night, he chose to take his own decision to stay back, but again citing health reasons and spiritual reasons as well. But more importantly, he did of course speak to just restricted to speak only to national media. He went on to in fact send out a message to the High Command by talking about how there should be humanity and gratitude. Now that is a very clear signal sending out to especially the party High Command that he was there during the tough times when the Congress needed, and it is time for a payback. So he clearly was asking for a reward, which means in terms of the chief ministerial post. So that crucial decision will of course be taken today, but we're also hearing from a top Congress sources that it will not be announced today. The announcement could be made tomorrow, because on the 18th is what we hear, where the new chief minister will be especially installed for Karnataka. But again, tomorrow will be the official announcement which will be made. But today that crucial decision will be made, whether it's going to be DK Shivakumar or Siddaramaiah. On the other hand, just like you pointed out, yes, just about yesterday, at least about 2 days ago, we went on to see there was a secret ballot here in Bengaluru. The MLAs were asked to select or choose who should be their next chief minister. There were maximum of the MLAs on the side of Mr. Siddaramaiah. On the other hand, we understand there was not really much of a support, for DK Shivakumar. But clearly, DK Shivakumar is still not willing to give up. He wants to put up a tough fight, because he is reiterating the statement which he made since the time that the Congress had this clean sweep of nearly 137 seats out of the 224 assembly segments, and also trying to reiterate the statement to the Congress High Command that he has delivered Karnataka, which means he was also sending out a message to the High Command that he will be the same person responsible to deliver Karnataka in 2024 as well. So clearly he's asking for a reward. And yesterday what we went on to see was that a subtle rebel coming in from Mr. DK Shivakumar, because he has always been the go-to person when Congress was in crisis. So again, it depends upon the High Command who the High Command is willing to give that the top plum post, the chief minister's post, whether it's going to be DK Shivakumar or Siddaramaiah.
Right. Well, let's also go across now to Tanushree here in the capital. And Tanushree, so what's expected today? Currently, this meeting is taking place at Mr. Kharge's residence. Later, he will be meeting with both, the leaders, DKS as well as Siddaramaiah. Can we expect that announcement today itself?
Well, as my colleague was mentioning, that in all likelihood, the announcement of the Chief Minister, who is going to be the Chief Minister of Karnataka, will not be today. It is most likely going to be tomorrow. But what we know so far is that DK Shivakumar has landed in the national capital, and he has categorically told the media person that he's not going to compromise on his demand for the top job. He has also said that he has been with the Congress party through thick and thin, even when, and this is what these were his words, that even when there was a huge pressure on him from the Bharatiya Janata Party to give in, he did not give in to the pressure, and he stood rock solid by the Congress Party, and that's why he is not going to compromise on his job, on his demand for the top job. In fact, he also rubbished the claims, Gargi, of his rival claimant that most of the MLAs are with him. He was talking about Siddaramaiah, and there was a huge speculation yesterday that a secret ballot which was done by the central observers of the Congress Party, most of the Congress MLA, 60% of the MLAs were actually voted for Siddaramaiah. Those were the claims which were rubbished by DK Shivakumar, and clearly there is no subtle rebellion. Now it's out in the open that DK Shivakumar is not going to take it lying down. He did not come to the national capital yesterday, but he's now landed. He will be going to Kharge's residence directly. We'll be meeting him. He's accompanied by his brother DK Suresh, who met Kharge yesterday on his behalf. So DK Suresh, what we has learned so far, has already briefed him on the conversation with Kharge, and now DK Shivakumar will be meeting Kharge, and in all likelihood he will be basically he will be expressing his demand, his will to become the next Chief Minister of Karnataka, because that's what he is saying is the right thing to do. He is saying, I have stood by the Congress party through thick and thin. I have been there even when there is a huge pressure. I have built the party from the scratch. It's all the party workers, the ground soldiers are the main strength of the party, and they are there because of me. So that's what DK Shivakumar's demands are, and he's going to press them when he meet Kharge. So let's see what happens as the day, as we approaches the end of the day. But as of now, what we know is that DK Shivakumar has landed, and he is on his way to Kharge's residence to meet him. Back to you.
All right. Well, let's just take a look at what DK has said before leaving for Delhi, where he said that the party remains united.
At this point of time, everybody are saying that there are two tall leaders. Who will take the responsibility? We will follow them. What do you say to that, sir?
That High Command will decide.
Forward in 2024?
Let me not discuss much. Madhu, thank you.
Only one seat, sir. Mr. MP, sir. DK Suresh ji won from Karnataka. You have many more numbers to bring back. Will those be connected, sir?
No, we have to. That is our next challenge. We should have at least 20 seats. 18, 20 seats we should win. That is our challenge now.
Sir, my final question, I just want to ask one thing, sir. Are you not hopeful to get more responsibilities?
See, party will give me responsibility. Why should I worry about it? If I am eligible, they will give. Why to worry on that?
You're meeting leaders today, sir. There were observers came here.
Ours is a united house. Our numbers are 135 plus. I don't want to divide anyone here. Whether they like me, whether they doesn't like me, I am a party president. I am a responsible man. I have to look everyone in a same eyes. I will not backstab also. I will not blackmail also. Do and enjoy it. But why I should do? I will not do.
Thank you, sir.
We don't want to go to the wrong history. See, one who has been born has to die someday. I don't want to go with a bad remark.
So that was DK Shivakumar just before leaving for Delhi. He has now landed in Delhi, and he will be leaving the airport and making his way now to Mr. Kharge's residence, where a meeting is currently underway between Rahul Gandhi, Mallikarjun Kharge, as well as Mr. Venugopal. Well, let's go across to Arvind, also my colleague Arvind, also joining us from outside Kharge's residence. Shrija also with us from Bengaluru. So, Arvind, if you can tell us right now, that meeting is taking place. Rahul Gandhi, Mr. Venugopal and Mr. Kharge are meeting. They're going to be discussing the reports given by all the observers who were sent to Bengaluru.
Yeah, Gargi, this is a very crucial meet that is currently underway at the residence of Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge. Let's fix the feedback, please. And then this meet is regarding the observers report that was submitted before Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge by the three observers, including Shivakumar. The report was submitted to Kharge sometime at around 10 p.m. last night, and that's why today this particular meeting is very important, because the Congress leadership, they want to take a decisive decision when it comes to Karnataka. They don't want to prolong this, because with both DK Shivakumar and also Siddaramaiah in Delhi, the party leadership wants to bring both of them to the table so that they could speak to both of them, and then they could come to a decision very soon, so that the government can be formed in Karnataka at the earliest. So though Congress has 2 dates for the government formation, one May 18th and also May 20th, but the Congress party is also eyeing to finalize the chief ministership issue today itself, so that the CLP meeting can be called again, and then the CLP, their signatures can be collected, and then the Congress Karnataka leaders can move the governor staking claim for the government. But this very important meeting that is currently underway will be discussing the observers report, and also how to the moment if in this meeting, if the leadership takes a call to make A as the Chief Minister of Karnataka, then they also have to come up with a plan to placate B. And that's why this particular meeting is not just important for who will be the Chief Minister of Karnataka, but also how to placate the other person who will be losing out on the Chief Minister chair. So that's also a very important discussion that is currently underway. So after this meeting, what we are being told is that Mallikarjun Kharge will also be meeting both DK Shivakumar and also Siddaramaiah. We are not sure whether DK Shivakumar will be straight away heading to Mallikarjun Kharge's residence, because unless until this meeting is over.
Right. Well, DK Shivakumar has emerged. Yes, that's correct. We're not sure where, he leaves the airport for where exactly right now, as the meeting with Kharge will probably be scheduled for later after the current meeting gets over. But there is the man of the moment, all eyes on him, Mr. DK Shivakumar, who's been credited with the victory that the Congress has had in Karnataka, though of course Mr. Siddaramaiah's supporters say that he also played a big role, but the kind of energy that Mr. DK Shivakumar, as the president of the Congress party in Karnataka, brought to the entire campaign, that he was working tirelessly for the last 2 years for the Congress there. Remember, he broke down, he was emotional after their astounding win in Karnataka, given the number of seats, 135, and he said, I was sent to jail as well. They put me in jail, and Mrs. Sonia Gandhi visited me there, and I promised her then that I would deliver Karnataka, and he was very, very emotional at that time, and he very keen on the top job. The rivalry between Mr. Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar was something that we've been reporting on for some time now, even in the build-up to the elections. There were several occasions in which these differences could be seen, when Mr. Siddaramaiah announced his, Pad Yatra as well. Then during the Bharat Jodo Yatra, we saw both leaders coming together. Rahul Gandhi also went to Karnataka a few times to ensure that there was, unity in this top leadership of the Congress party. Arvind, you can probably tell us a bit more about that, about this, this rivalry that was seen already before the elections between these two leaders. It was a challenge for the Congress High Command. It did seem, after Mr. Kharge became the Congress president, that, he seemed to be able to negotiate this better, and they fought the elections together. We're seeing visuals of Mr. DK having emerged from the airport, and you can imagine a media scrum there, trying to get a soundbite from him.
Yeah, Gargi, even before the elections, both DK Shivakumar and also Siddaramaiah, both of them did stake claim for the Chief Minister post, and that's why Congress party tried its best to ensure that the party puts forth a united fight for the Karnataka Assembly election, and that's why we did see there have been several videos of both DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah sitting together and then conversing and then putting a united fight for the Karnataka Assembly elections. But again, Gargi, before answering this, can we fix the feedback, please? Gargi, on this Kharge's factor when it comes to Karnataka.
Right, yes, Arvind, go ahead. We're seeing those visuals of Mr. D.K. Shivakumar emerging from the airport and all the reporters and camera people there trying to get, some reaction from him. We're not sure what his exact plan is immediately after the airport. Currently, a meeting taking place at Mr. Kharge's residence where the, feedback that they have got from the observers who were sent by the Congress to Bengaluru to speak with all the MLAs. There was also that secret ballot that took place. And Mr. Siddaramaiah, however, has been in Delhi since yesterday. And well, let's go back to Arvind. All right, let's go to Shrija now for more. And Shrija, this yesterday when DK said that he has a stomach ache and how he was not going to Delhi, but when we asked him if what if this is viewed as a kind of rebellion, he got very angry. But it was seen as something like that. He was showing also, showing his perhaps how much we know that he's been a contender for the top job. He's really been quite vocal on it, how he wants to become the chief minister. So it seemed he was a little upset yesterday and it was some kind of a power play. Shrija, if you can hear me.
Well, yesterday what we went on to see was Mr. D.K. Shivakumar sending out that message to the party high command while he was expected to be in Delhi. He chose to stay put in the city of Bengaluru. Yes, of course, he did. On one hand, he cited ill health. On the other hand, he did, of course, spoke about spiritual reasons. More importantly, if you have to talk really about what are the kind of possibilities right now, some of the top Congress sources are discussing that the high command could work out is on one hand, there was a secret ballot. The maximum support was especially for Mr. Siddaramaiah. He has been a chief minister once before. He has been an able administrator. He's been a finance minister as well in the past. He has presented nearly 13 budgets. So keeping all this in mind, there are high chances as far as that the High Command is concerned, that they would go ahead with Mr. Siddaramaiah. But on the other hand, Mr. D.K. Shivakumar, yes, he's been an all-weather man for the Congress. In times of crisis, it has always been D.K. Shivakumar. D.K. Shivakumar very recently has been time and again reiterating the fact that how he has been the go-to person, especially when the Congress is in crisis. He has very recently cited even the Ahmed Patel's case, how he played a very crucial role, especially in Ahmed Patel re-entry, especially into Rajya Sabha, and also especially shielding nearly 44 Congress MLAs right here in Bengaluru's resort. So he has been out there, after which, there have been a number of ED raids, CBI. Now, there have been a slew of cases against him, and also a bigger setback has come in the form of where Mr. Praveen Sood has been elected as the CBI director. Very recently, just about a month ago, Mr. D.K. Shivakumar went on to threatened him, saying once the Congress comes back to power, he will ensure that legal action will be initiated against Mr. Praveen Sood. So taking all this into account, would the High Command especially want to give that club post to Mr. D.K. Shivakumar, who has corruption charges against him? Time and again, you have a CBI and ED raids against him, and also investigations which are still underway. So if they are giving him that top post, what if there are chances that all of these, the raids would continue against him? So keeping all this in mind, we understand it's been a very big challenge before, the High Command, the party High Command, because on one hand you have where the party High Command wants to go with the popular vote, which is Mr. Siddaramaiah. On the other hand, you have D.K. Shivakumar, who has been citing that he has been the all-weather man for the Congress. He's been there in times of crisis for the Congress, and it's time for a payback. But again, D.K. Shivakumar is not the kind of person who will take a step back, but he will definitely put up a strong fight. Now, how is that going to come out? Possibilities which are trying to be worked out right now is, of course, the 50-50 kind of formula. That means 2.5 years is something which, there are chances that Mr. Siddaramaiah can serve as the chief minister. The rest of the 2.5 could be Mr. D.K. Shivakumar. Or even if that is not really working, Mr. Siddaramaiah could be the chief minister, and also deputy chief minister post could be given to Mr. DK Shivakumar, and then DK Shivakumar could also have a say, especially in picking up 3 different ministers, cabinet ministers for the top plum posts. So these are the different various possibilities that are being worked out by the High Command. Yes, the observers have also submitted their report, but again, that decision or announcement, official announcement, will not likely be made today. It would be made tomorrow, because the decision, what we hear from the Congress, is that a new chief minister, Karnataka will get a new chief minister on the 18th of this month. So there is a decision, a definite decision there is likely to be taken today.
All right, so the decision likely to be taken today. Let's go back to Arvind and Shrija. Do stay on with us. Arvind joins us from outside Mr. Kharge's residence. And, Arvind, if you could tell us more about, both these leaders. Shrija was also speaking about DKS and how he is this organizational person in the Congress party. And that has really been his strength ahead of these elections. But at the same time, former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah is a very large persona across the state. He's very popular and very popular among Congress workers as well.
Yeah, Gargi, that seems to be the problem that the Congress is trying to work out a solution there, because if you could see Siddaramaiah enjoys majority of the MLA's support, whereas DK Shivakumar is the person, the man who built the organization from scratch, who led the party that won the Karnataka Assembly election. That's why both of them have to be rewarded, because going by the procedure, Congress party has to listen to the views of the MLAs, and then based on the views of the MLAs, the CLP leader is always elected. Only in Puducherry, where we did see Narayanasamy, who was not even an MLA, who was parachuted from Delhi as the Chief Minister of Puducherry, and the Congress party also knows how did that go, because the government couldn't complete its term and the party collapsed, and also that led to the collapse of the government also. And that's why party is also very clear when it comes to appointment of the Chief Minister, because they have learned enough lessons, let it be Madhya Pradesh or even to that fact in Rajasthan also, and that's where the party is still trying to work out a amicable solution here, because they cannot completely defy the mandate of the MLAs, because when the majority of the MLAs want someone as the Chief Minister or the CLP leader, that's something that the party should actually seriously consider. But in this particular case, like Srija has also been mentioning, we have also been reporting, though Siddaramaiah enjoys the majority MLA support, but DK Shivakumar should also be rewarded for his tireless work, because like DK Shivakumar throughout his press statements yesterday, he underlined one thing, that the party should not go with the MLA support. What he tried to send a message to the party leadership yesterday was that he did say that don't go by mere MLA support. A man with courage equals any majority, because what he is trying to tell the party leadership is that when the coalition government collapsed in 2020, when several MLAs deserted the party, he stood on ground despite several cases, and then he worked tirelessly for the party that saw the party coming to power in Karnataka. And that's why he is saying that don't go merely by the MLA support, but also look into a person's contribution in getting the party to power. And that seems to be something that the party is also kind of considering. That's why the party doesn't want to take a decision without DK Shivakumar coming to the table for any kind of discussion. So yesterday, DK Suresh, brother of DK Shivakumar, met Mallikarjun Kharge last night post 10 p.m. after the observers submitted their report, and that's why Mallikarjun Kharge sent a message to DK Shivakumar through DK Suresh, asking him to come to Delhi, and then DK Shivakumar has landed in Delhi. So after this very crucial meeting between Mallikarjun Kharge, Rahul Gandhi and KC Venugopal, we can expect both Siddaramaiah and also DK Shivakumar to meet Mallikarjun Kharge one-on-one, and then the party will make its decision clear. Also, Gargi, regarding Kharge's factor, one thing what we are learning from our sources, that though Kharge is also the Congress president, AICC president, or the Congress president, Congress national president, but the party is also considerate that he is also a stakeholder when it comes to Karnataka politics, because in 2013 Kharge was also one among the contender for the top job in the Karnataka government, but that's where Siddaramaiah got the Chief Minister post, and that's also the Congress leadership is also seeing, and that's why this time an extensive consultation is currently underway where the members of Gandhi family are also included in the discussion. So this particular crucial meeting that is currently underway will take a decision on who will be the next Karnataka Congress president, and then what we are learning is that one of the Gandhi family members will be making a call to the person who will be losing out on the top post, and then the Congress party sees that the house will be in order very soon.
All right, so that is the kind of formula currently being worked out. Arvind and Shrija, yes, as Arvind was saying, it's so interesting, Mr. Kharge now, in this position to decide the next chief minister, a job that he had wanted and, came very close to several times. And in fact, it's the last time when he lost out to Mr. Siddaramaiah that he was brought, to the center, and now he is the Congress president. So very interesting. I do know on the day that, since we've been speculating about this for a long time, there was even one speculation that what if Mr. Kharge himself comes into the chief minister's position, and that was fleetingly spoken about by many of the analysts, though again many said no, that won't happen, and anyway the Congress can't have two posts for one individual. But that's an interesting factor in all of this as the Congress is facing this decision between DKS and Siddaramaiah. Right, Shrija, if you can hear me.
Well, to give you also a fair idea where we are reporting from to begin with, this is right outside Mr. DK Shivakumar's residence. Today it wears the look only until this morning before he could that flight. We could see there was a lot of supporters, scores of supporters who had come to support him and also shout slogans for him, that is DK for Chief Minister. There are several posters that have been erected, but now of course the place wears the deserted look. You do not see supporters here. All that action has been shifted right now to Delhi. But again, what we do know is that over the past few days, what has transpired, we've been seeing slogan, war of slogans, that is between DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah as well. But it all now depends on the party high command, just like how even Mr. Arvind did point to the fact that it is not just simply of the 50-50 formula, but also the pros and cons will be worked out as far as Siddaramaiah is concerned, and also Mr. DK Shivakumar. While Siddaramaiah may enjoy the kind of mass leader image here in the state of Karnataka, of course restricted to one particular community, we are looking at Mr. DK Shivakumar, who has always been the go-to person, because if you're talking about the past election, that is back in 2013, yes, Congress was in power. Congress did try, that is, it went to elections for 2018 under the leadership of Mr. Siddaramaiah. Back then, you really did not have any contenders, multiple contenders for Chief Minister's post. So it was just Siddaramaiah. The Congress party went to elections in 2018 just with Siddaramaiah's face. But however, again, it failed under his leadership. They had to come to power, especially with the coalition of the JD, as there was not really a single largest party except for, of course, BJP, but it did not really touch the magic number. But we went on to see how the Congress and the JDS formed the coalition, but only to be toppled by the BJP later in 2019. So all these things are being worked out. So ever since then, after the government being toppled, you had DK Shivakumar saying that how he built the party from the scratch, how he got the flock together as far as Congress is concerned, though they lost about quite a number of big, leaders, big MLAs who enjoyed enough status and also enough number of votes. Now, after having lost such big, huge number of MLAs from the Congress party, he built the party from the scratch. So, of course, he has been credited for his organizational skills. And ever since, of course, in the last 3.5 years, they have worked from the scratch. There was something called micromanagement, the key strategies that he had introduced. while on one hand, of course, you had Mr. Siddaramaiah working within his community, which he enjoys the status as far as the Ahinda community is concerned, the backward classes or the SC/STs. You had Mr. D.K. Shivakumar working for the state, working for the development of the Congress party, ensuring that he took the party to the success as far as the Karnataka elections is concerned. So he definitely is being, credited for that. But even during Bharat Jodo Yatra happened, the party, of course, reached out to him because of his organizational skills and also able to mobilize the crowd, ensuring that there was enough traction as far as Bharat Jodo Yatra is concerned. So for all of this, we understand, Mr. D.K. Shivakumar is asking the party high command to reward him, to ensure that he gets that top plum post. But again, with having all of those, corruption charges against him, even time and again, even during Bharat Jodo Yatra, even during the Karnataka elections, there were several raids that were carried out, whether that was, investigation, a survey, IT survey, or raids as well. All these were carried out against Mr. D.K. Shivakumar. When during one of our interviews, Mr. D.K. Shivakumar went on to say that looks like when the elections are over, also things like especially the raids by ED or CBI is not going to end. So this is something which especially the High Command will also have to take into account. Do they really want to have a chief minister where you have the CBI and ED after him? Because it is only now the Congress is starting to build their party from the scratch. Organizational skills of D.K. Shivakumar is being analyzed. The next task will be for Mr. D.K. Shivakumar to take the state as far as the Congress is concerned to 2024. So all the decisions will now lie with the party high command. So we will know from the party's top sources, at least by tonight, who is going to be the next Chief Minister of Karnataka. Back to the studio.
All right, Shrija, thanks so much for joining us. With that, so D.K. Shivakumar is in Delhi, and later today he will be meeting with Mr. Kharge. Currently a meeting taking place at Mr. Kharge's residence on the issue of who will be the Chief Minister of Karnataka. With that, we'll slip into a short break. More news on the other side. Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV. I'm Gargi Rawat, and the big story we're tracking: who will be the Chief Minister of Karnataka? Now, the Congress is in a huddle over this question, and earlier today there was a meeting at Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge's residence between Mr. Venugopal and Rahul Gandhi to decide on who will become the next Chief Minister of Karnataka. There you can see D.K. Shivakumar has arrived in Delhi today. He arrived earlier today after not coming yesterday. Yesterday he cited a stomach infection to not come to Delhi. It was said he was upset as there were indications that most of the MLAs in Karnataka, the Congress MLAs, are in favor of Mr. Siddaramaiah becoming the Chief Minister, and he does seem to be in the lead as far as this race for the Chief Minister's job is concerned. So Rahul Gandhi, Mr. Venugopal, a meeting with Mallikarjun Kharge earlier today. That meeting is now over, and Mr. Kharge is expected to meet with both the contenders, with DKS as well as Siddaramaiah later today, and perhaps that decision will be known later today as to who will become Chief Minister. Congress leader DKS has made it clear that he will not be backing down in this rivalry. Yesterday, speaking to NDTV, he did again say that the Congress remains united, so indicating that he's not going to really give any trouble. But he also said that he put in all the effort to ensure a Congress victory in Karnataka.
You are asking about what you asked me?
Birthday gift from the Congress High Command.
That is not in my hand. Earlier gift was making me a president. My assurance to them was that we will deliver Karnataka. The same word I used. This is a photograph of Srimati Sonia Gandhi telling me that DK, I have confidence in you. You have to deliver Karnataka. That is why I kept this photograph. This word, when she spoke, but more than 7-8 parliament members were there. This is Udaipur. This photo is not today, or that Hanuman or Bajrangi is not today. And my other Guruji behind me is also not today, whom I believe. So my belief, my gift, I don't need. We have made a one-line resolution in midnight, and we have left to the High Command.
There's been a secret ballot, and Mr. Siddaramaiah says that he's got the majority. How do you respond to that?
I wish him all the best. Good luck. I don't know what the secrecy is. I don't know. I believe who had helped me to get this number, the courage, the strength, all I have got from Almighty.
So the real issue will be that they will be seen that Mr. Shivakumar is not coming to listen to the Congress High Command. They will try to perceive it as a rebellion. You have of course said it's not, there are health grounds and other things. Is this a show of strength that, people will say?
Why should be a rebellion? I don't rebel or I don't do blackmail. That is not in my culture. I don't rebel. Why are you putting something into my mouth? For the respect of NDTV, I am just speaking to you. I have not spoken to any.
No. What I'm trying to say is that it will be perceived in, how.
Let anyone perceive anything. Let you perceive anything. Let anyone perceive anything. I have my own presence of mind. I have my own experience. I am not a child. I have my own responsibility. I will not fall to a trap. You don't worry. Or anyone's trap.
Absolutely.
I have my own commitment, own vision, own loyalty, and I'll exhibit it.
Well, let's go across now to Tanushree, who joins us from where Mr. D.K. Shivakumar is at his brother's residence. Is it, Tanushree, tell us more, about, what we know so far. The news earlier was that Mr. Kharge at some point will be asking D.K. Shivakumar to come and meet with him.
Well, Gargi, what we know so far is that D.K. Shivakumar is definitely going to press for his demands for the top job in Karnataka. He's not going to take it lying down. He has not said it to the media in those many words, but D.K. Shivakumar coming to the national capital itself is a statement in itself that he is going to press for his demands to get the top job to become the next Chief Minister of Karnataka. In fact, that's what he's going to express as well to the top brass of the Congress party. We do not know as of now what time he will be meeting Congress President Kharge in the national capital, but right now D.K. Shivakumar is having lunch at his brother's residence here. His brother is also an MP, D.K. Suresh, in Kaveri apartments in the national capital, and we did try to speak to him, but at this point of time he's keeping his cards very close to his chest. But something which is clear is that he's not going to be playing by the image which D.K. Shivakumar has, that he's a man behind the scenes. He doesn't really want a post or a position, but he's a man behind the scenes who just works for the party. This time around, he has made it clear that he stood by the Congress party rock solid. He has been with the Congress party through their thick and thin. He had made the party from the scratch. He has helped the party grow its ground workers, and that's why he is, apt for the top job, which is the next Chief Minister of Karnataka. Now, obviously, there was much speculation yesterday that 60% of the MLAs in the secret ballot, they have actually supported Siddaramaiah, but rubbishing all those claims. In fact, D.K. Shivakumar has said that if it was a secret ballot, how is D.K. Shivakumar so sure that most of the MLAs have actually voted for him or is in support of him? So that's the kind of subtle rebellion D.K. Shivakumar is right now showing, but it's only a matter of time before he express it out in the open. But as of now, he's tight-lipped. As of now, he's keeping his cards very close to his chest. But one thing which is clear, him coming to the national capital makes it absolutely clear that he's going to press for his demand for the coveted job in Karnataka, and he's going to express it to the top brass that he really wants to become the Chief Minister of Karnataka, because that's what he's the rightful heir of that. That's what we are given to understand by talking to our sources, by talking to his brother in the morning. Back to you.
All right, Tanushi, they're reporting from outside DK Shivakumar's brother's residence, where DKS is right now. Let's go across to Arvind, who joins us from outside Mr. Kharge's residence. And Arvind, earlier today, there was a meeting of Mr. Kharge with Rahul Gandhi and Mr. Venugopal. That meeting is now over, but they would have discussed, this big question of who will become chief minister. They would have taken into account what the observers had to say. What's expected now?
Gargi, the 2-hour-long meeting that was at the residence of Mallikarjun Kharge, the Congress president, with Rahul Gandhi and KC Venugopal got over, and both the leaders have left the residence of Mallikarjun Kharge. In the 2-hour-long meeting, what we are being told is that the three leaders discussed the observers' report about the MLA's opinion or MLA's views on who should be the next chief minister of Karnataka. Apart from that, the leaders also discussed how to placate the other leader if at all if one loses the chief minister post to another one. That was also discussed. So with a majority of the MLAs supporting Siddaramaiah as the next chief minister, and that's where the party leadership is still trying to find a solution, because they also want to reward DK Shivakumar for his contribution for the party's performance in the state of Karnataka. So though Rahul Gandhi is very keen that decision should be made as soon as possible, because a government should be put in place as soon as possible, because the Congress party has given almost 5 guarantees to the people of Karnataka, and that's why the Congress leadership wants at least 1 or 2 of those 5 guarantees should be cleared in the first cabinet meeting, and they don't want this particular dilemma, the crisis, kind of confusion over who would be the next chief minister of Karnataka to linger in the state of Karnataka any longer, because they know that if both the leaders go back to their own state, both DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah, then it will be a show of strength by both the leaders in their own areas, and that's why that would create more trouble for the party, and that's why they want to sort this issue latest by today, so that the announcement can be made tomorrow, and then the party can stake claim for the government. And that's why this particular meeting that took place at the residence of Kharge was very crucial. And after this meeting, what we are being told is that later in the evening, Mallikarjun Kharge will be having an one-on-one meeting with both DK Shivakumar and also Siddaramaiah, and then the party will be making its decision clear. They will make an announcement that would be the next chief minister of Karnataka. But all eyes on this meeting between Mallikarjun Kharge and DK Shivakumar, and Mallikarjun Kharge and Siddaramaiah, which we can expect anytime post 5 p.m. at this very location. That's the residence of Mallikarjun Kharge.
All right, thanks so much, Arvind, for joining us there with all the latest developments. Let's go across to Ankit as well for more on this. So, Ankit, a very difficult choice for the Congress party. Many discussions, as Arvind is telling us, on how to deal with the fallout, when they choose one leader over the other. And both these leaders, very tall leaders in their own right. Siddaramaiah is somebody who's been the chief minister. He's somebody who's very good at administration, who's very acceptable across the state. DK Shivakumar, very strong organizational leader who is also being credited, with the energy that the Congress campaign had. So, delicate balancing act for the Congress High Command.
That's right, of course. I mean, as a Congress party at this moment facing problem of plenty, and both of them two very capable and tall leaders, as we have been talking about in Karnataka. But important here is, I think, Gargi, for the Congress party leadership is just not at, what pros works and against each of these leaders, but also at who is the leader at this moment, of course, who enjoys maximum support as far as the MLAs are concerned. Sources telling us that is Mr. Siddaramaiah, but also the person who can deliver for the Congress party's important promises, which has propelled the party in a large way as far as this victory is concerned in Karnataka, because this will be the bedrock of Congress's campaign for 2024. So two important aspects for the Congress to look at here. A, how can they manage the various very important caste combinations as far as Karnataka is concerned, are stretched deeply entrenched in caste loyalties and regional loyalties as far as their voting preferences goes. And apart from that, if the Congress party is not able to deliver on the key promises, interestingly, and I was also reading some newspaper reports where people in some villages in Karnataka already have started saying they will not pay the electricity bill because the Congress party promised them 200 units of free electricity. So that's the kind of pressure that the new Chief Minister of Karnataka is going to face. And if the Congress party is not able to, their leaders are not able to deliver on those promises, then of course it will add to a difficult, campaign for the Congress party in 2024. That's going to be now the next big challenge for the leaders in Karnataka. Remember, Karnataka is the 6th largest state in terms of the Lok Sabha seats across the country. 28 Lok Sabha seats come from Karnataka. Last time it was a rout for the Congress party, the BJP winning 26 of those 28, 1 to JDS, 1 to the Congress party. So the Congress has its task cut, while the BJP would want to retain its dominance, and they would be aided with Narendra Modi being on the ticket when 2024 comes in. But for the Congress party, it's important to try and snatch many of those seats back. Mallikarjun Kharge, who has never, the president of the Congress party, never lost an election, for the first time lost an election in 2019. So all those equations would also be playing as far as the decision is concerned. Apart from that, the way Mr. DK Shivakumar didn't come yesterday, of course he was not well, but somewhere the people close to him and political watchers would tell you that this is DK Shivakumar hardening his stance. So the decision is not easy, but there are very important considerations to take care when they announce who becomes the chief minister, which, as Arvind was also telling us, likely is going to be more or less finalized by the end of this day, because 18th, remember, Congress has already said that there is going to be an oath-taking ceremony. And if you look at this entire data, there are numerous examples, though the BJP is pointing fingers at the Congress party, but there are numerous examples from within the Bharatiya Janata Party of much more, sometimes more than 2 weeks to party has taken after an election victory to decide the chief minister. So at least in those parameters, Congress okay on that time frame. But yes, all eyes would be on how the Congress does the balancing act and then the repercussion that the party has to face going forward.
That's right. BJP too has faced its challenges on announcing the chief minister's name, and how long it's taken. So the Congress, though keen to announce this name now, Ankit, because already we've seen supporters of Siddaramaiah and DK already doing their campaigning for each of their leaders. So we've seen posters coming up. So they wouldn't want the leaders to go back there and some sort of ugly situation emerge given this hard-fought victory that they've had. Let's go across to Saurabh, who joins us from outside where Siddaramaiah is staying. And Saurabh, so what are you hearing at this point? By all accounts, it does seem that Mr. Siddaramaiah is the front runner as far as this race for CM-ship is concerned. But DK has arrived. He will be meeting with Mr. Kharge shortly.
Absolutely, Gargi. Siddaramaiah is staying at ITC Maurya in Delhi, and he is holding closed-door meetings with several MLAs from Karnataka. Several MLAs have arrived. We just went inside and I met an MLA from Karnataka, and he's saying that Siddaramaiah has support of more than 85 MLAs, and he is going to be the chief minister. So Siddaramaiah is not meeting with media persons at all because he knows that he is on strong turf. Yesterday, when he arrived in Delhi, he did not meet anyone. He went to Lodi Hotel for a dinner, and then he came back to ITC Maurya. Since then, he is in ITC Maurya in his room, meeting with his close confidants, MLAs who are arriving from Karnataka and meeting him. And according to the sources close to Siddaramaiah, Siddaramaiah is going to be in ITC Maurya because he was summoned by he was called by party high command yesterday, and he was here, and since then he is waiting for a call from Mallikarjun Kharge's office to meet with Kharge. So as far as Siddaramaiah is concerned, he is going to be here. He is not speaking with media as DK Shivakumar did yesterday and today, as well as saying that he is not going to blackmail. Siddaramaiah is keeping quiet. He knows that he has favor of MLAs as far as if we compare it with DK Shivakumar. So he is meeting with his MLAs. He is saying that he is asking his MLAs to be quiet, to wait for party high command's decision, and he is waiting for a call from Kharge's office. Though Kharge had met KC Venugopal, General Secretary Organization, and Rahul Gandhi today in the morning. DK Shivakumar is also here at his brother's residence in Kaveri Apartments. Siddaramaiah is also here. So now all the eyes on Mallikarjun Kharge's office, Mallikarjun Kharge's, and everyone is waiting for Mallikarjun Kharge's call. So most likely Siddaramaiah will go and meet Mallikarjun Kharge when he gets a call from his office. But we have been indicated by top sources in Congress that the name will be finalized by late evening today. Gargi.
All right, so expecting the name to be finalized by the evening today. And Ankit, one more aspect that, must be playing on the Congress leadership's mind is the fact that Mr. DK Shivakumar does have several cases against him. When the numbers came in, he broke down, he was so emotional. He said, when I was in jail, Sonia Gandhi came and met me then and I promised her Karnataka. But that, that is also an issue that the Congress is, thinking about as they make this decision.
It would be. It definitely would be, because remember, this entire election was fought and an anti-corruption plank by the Congress party, though, even if the CSDS survey suggested that that was not the #1 issue as far as the people are concerned, but it did help the Congress party create some optics and perception as far as the Basavaraj Bommai government was concerned. Now, after that, the BJP would be very, very keen. If DK Shivakumar is given the charge, then they would latch onto that and lap onto this topic and, of course, go across, start and campaign that somebody who is facing corruption charges has been made the chief minister. So they would try and play it as double standards of the Congress party. So that would be also one aspect. And apart from that, if he becomes the chief minister and there is inquiry, CBI, ED inquiry already going on against him, if the sitting chief minister is called for questioning or, even in some case the trouble grows for him, that would be very, very embarrassing for the Congress party in an election year in 2020, leading up to 2024, where the Prime Minister keeps coming back and says that, all the corrupt are together against me. So that will only bolster the BJP's plank as far as the Congress is concerned. So they would not want to give that chance to the BJP. But DK Shivakumar, and let's be very honest, I mean, he has, in an exclusive interview to Sunil, also our colleague, very clearly said that he's a party man, a loyalist, despite the ups and downs and despite going through whatever happened in politics. He stuck with the party and he said blackmailing and power play is not something that he wants to do or his characteristic. So we'll have to give it to DK Shivakumar in that aspect. But of course, his aspiration, he has worked hard, hoping. And also remember, Gargi, he's 61 years old. And in politics, you have to seize the moment or you possibly don't know what happens tomorrow. He has seen the example of Sachin Pilot, who was given some sort of a formula when Rajasthan victory took place. That was not fulfilled. He's on the rebellion path. He's seen the murmurs in Chhattisgarh as well of a 2.5 kind of a formula. That has not worked. So he would have wanted to ensure and create as much pressure as he can so that at least he becomes the chief minister. Because if you go by the history of Karnataka and the revolving door politics and government that we are seeing, possibly the next opportunity that DK Shivakumar will get, that would be after 10 years when he's 71, 5 years of Congress. And if the situation remained the same going by history, 5 years of BJP. So for DK Shivakumar, it was important to seize the moment. But he is, as he said in our interview, he's not a political novice. He's not a child. He understands the political realities of this entire game and of Karnataka. So possibly all those things will eventually rain upon him as well.
All right. Well, we'll have to, wait and see what happens. Those meetings are going to be taking place. The Congress keen to announce the name by today. Thanks so much, Saurabh and Ankit, for joining us with all the latest developments there. We'll slip into a short break and return with more.